Welcome to the annual play of our brothers. This year, they're staging The Enemy of the People. There couldn't have been a better theme for this year, so appropriate for the times we're living in. This play speaks about the fight against injustice, fight against corruption, fight against all the democratic values that are being daily eroded in our country. Think of Father Stan Swami. Many Stan Swamis behind bars today. This play features one lone crusader who's fighting against corruption, fighting against injustice. This is a play for our times. You'll be able to relate it well as the play unfolds. We're grateful to all of you for supporting them all throughout the year, for coming, for witnessing, for encouraging them. It helps them a lot. We pray for all those who are unjustly incinerated in jails because they raise their voice against injustice, against corruption. We pray for them that justice may prevail and they too will see freedom one day because they're fighting for the rights of people, for justice and against corruption.
Once again, good evening everyone. Just to introduce the juniors to you all, we have got 24 juniors in the Juniorate this year, coming from the length and breadth of the country. We have got 19 provinces and 2 regions in the South Asian Assistancy, and in our Juniorate here, we have them from 10 different provinces and regions. What is the Juniorate all about? Many people think that the Juniorate is only about English. It is not. It is English plus plus plus, like C++. We have humanities, we have drama, we have public performances by way of homiletics, declamation, we have various examinations and various skills development. So it's a whole integrated development program for our juniors. Today what you're going to see is a kind of a culmination of all their efforts right from day one, beginning with pronunciation and diction, going into acting in public, going into speaking, going into throwing their voice, so on and so forth.
I'm here to give you a synopsis of the play. The title of the play, as you know, is An Enemy of the People. This is a play that was written by a Norwegian playwright, a very famous playwright called Henrik Ibsen, way back in the year 1882. The play is set in a little town in Norway. The lead character is a certain Dr. Stockman, Dr. Thomas Stockman. He's a medical doctor and also a scientist. Now it was the same Dr. Stockman who in that same town in Norway, in their little town, had discovered a miraculous spring or a water source of sorts, if you like, or a little spa. You will also hear the word public baths being used. And this little water source went on to become the central attraction of the town, because due to this water source, there were tourists that brought in revenue into the town. Miraculous healings began to start taking place in that town. And so it was very much the pride of what was previously a simple town. Now in due course of time, it was the same Dr. Thomas Stockman who discovered that the springs were actually poisoned at the source. There was some kind of bacterial contamination in that spring, and so it was no longer viable to carry on business and activities in the town with the springs as they were in the past. And he thought it right, according to his conscience, to bring this to the notice of the authorities. And among the authorities, there was none less than his own brother, who was the mayor of the town, Peter Stockman. Now, as you can imagine, this did not go down well with the authorities, because Peter, the mayor, had the broader interests of the town in mind. He was looking to the development of the town, money that was flowing, the name, the fame, the costs that would be involved. And so he and even the local town populace were not happy that Dr. Thomas Stockman was pointing out something that was actually very significant. Finally, they they almost brandish him an enemy of the people for not being sensitive to the broader interests of the town. So the play is about following one's heart, following one's conscience, and letting one's inner voice actually speak up, even at the expense of being vilified by the town. The play is also about sacrifice. It's about integrity. It's about standing for the truth. It's about enduring risks or being aware of what risks are involved in actually speaking out the truth. It also delves in the suppression of dissent, governance, what makes for good governance, valuing of opinions, inclusivity, and lots else. We remember Father Stan Swami on this day, and in memory of him we have added a song composed by one of our brothers, Brother Ambrose, in the play, put to the words of his words, "A caged bird can still sing." You will hear that song in the play. So we're all set to begin Act 1 of An Enemy of the People.
Very tasty. Very nice, very nice. You eat really fast, Mr. Keel. Eating don't get you anywhere, boy. Tell my daughter I went home. My dear, I've got business to attend to.
Oh no, you're only going to your room and you know it. Please stay. Mr. Billing is here and Hofstad is coming too.
I've got all kinds of business. The only reason I came was that the butcher told me you bought some roast beef today. Very tasty, dear.
Why don't you wait for Tom? He only went for a little walk. Here, take some apples with you. You should always have some fruit in your room.
No, I wouldn't think of it.
Take it, father. That must be Hofstad. Peter! Well, this is a surprise.
Well, I was just passing by. Mr. Keel, Your Honor.
Oh, you mustn't mind him, Peter. He's getting terribly old. Would you like a bite to eat?
No, no thanks. Mr. Billing.
Oh, he just happened to drop in.
That's all right. I can't take hot food in the evening, not with my stomach.
Can't I ever get you to eat anything in this house?
God bless you, but I stick to my tea and toast. It's much healthier and more economical.
Oh, you make it sound as though Tom and I throw money out of the window.
Not you, Catherine. Is Tom at home?
He went for a walk with the boys.
Don't you think that's dangerous right after dinner?
But I don't think...
That sounds like my brother.
I doubt it. So soon. Come in, please. Oh, Mr. Hofstad.
Sorry, I'm late.
Let me help you.
I was held up at the printing shop. Thank you. Good evening, Your Honor.
Mr. Hofstad, you're on business, no doubt.
Partly. It's about an article for the paper.
I see. I understand that my brother has become a prolific contributor to, what do you call it? The People's Daily Liberator or something?
The People's Daily Messenger, sir. That's a magazine. The doctor sometimes writes an article for us in the Messenger when he wants to uncover the real truth of some subject.
The truth? Oh, yes, I see.
Would you like to eat something?
I don't want you to think that I blame the doctor for using your paper, Mr. Hofstad. After all, every performer goes for the audience and applauds him most. It's really not your paper I have anything against, Mr. Hofstad.
Oh, I really didn't think so, Your Honor.
As a matter of fact, I happen to admire the spirit of tolerance in our town. It's magnificent. All our people share the same thoughts. And don't forget, they are this way because they all believe in the same thing. It's what brings us together.
Are you referring to Kirsten Springs?
Oh yes, the miraculous Kirsten Springs, our wonderful new springs. It has changed the soul of our town. Mark my words, Kirsten Spring is going to put us on the map of the world, and there's no question about it.
Oh, that's what Tom always says too.
There's development happening in every way. Real estate is going up. Money's changing hands every hour. Businesses are humming.
And no more unemployment.
Right. Give us a real good summer and sick people will be coming here in carloads. Kirsten Springs will be extremely popular and in demand.
Wonderful. Then the doctor's article will come in handy.
He's written some article again?
Oh no. It's just a piece he wrote at the beginning of winter recommending the water. But at the time I let the article lie, I did not publish it.
Why not?
Well, I just thought that it would have a bigger effect in the spring season when people start planning for the summer.
That's smart, Mr. Hofstad. Very smart.
Oh, Tom is always so full of ideas about the spring.
Well, he ought to be. After all, he gets his salary from the springs, my dear.
Oh, I think it's more than that, don't you? After all, Dr. Stockman created Kirsten Springs.
Don't say that. I've been hearing that lately. I think that even I had a modest part to play in it.
But Tom always says that he was the one who...
I only meant the original idea was from Dr. Tom.
My good brother is never at a loss for ideas, all sorts of ideas. But when it comes to putting them into action, you need another kind of man. And I thought at least the people in this house would understand that.
But Peter dear, we didn't mean to... Mr. Hofstad, go get yourself a bite to eat. Let me help you. My husband will be here any minute.
Come on, Ustad, come.
Thank you. Maybe just a little something.
I was waiting for you.
Hello, Mr. Billing.
I had a confusion about this article.
Which one?
This.
Oh, that one. Okay, see.
I did not get the proof.
Peter, can't you and Thomas share the honor like good brothers? You've always gotten along beautifully. beautifully with Tom. That must be him now.
Check on it. Hey, Catherine, look who's here. Captain Hoster. Go on in, boys. You kids. Whoa, whoa. Hey, kids are hungry. Captain,
Have something?
I want you to look at this roast beef. Yeah, wonderful, really tasty. Yes.
Peter is here.
Ah, Peter! How glad to see you, good brother. I'll have to go in a minute. Oh, nonsense. Not with the toddy on the table. You haven't forgotten the toddy, have you, Catherine?
Of course not. I've got the water boiling.
Have some. No thanks. I don't go in for drinking parties. But this is not a party. Oh, what else do you call it? It's extraordinary how you people can consume all this food and still live. Why? What's finer than to watch young people eat? Peter, those are the fellas who are going to stir up the whole future. Is that so? But what's there to stir up? Oh, don't worry. They'll let us know when time comes. Old idiots like you. I've never been called that before. Oh, Peter. Don't jump on me every minute like that.
Something.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Naughty boy.
Better be. By the way, Catherine, didn't the postman come today?
The postman? No, there wasn't any mail today.
You know, Peter, I have learned to value things, especially after knowing what it is to live on a starvation diet. But when did you starve? In the north. Thank you, dear. You see, in the north, it was a pretty tough going. But now, to be able to live like a prince. Thank you. Tonight, for instance, we had roast beef in the afternoon. And thank God there was enough left for supper too. Please, Peter, have a piece. No, certainly not. Hofstad was saying that he was going to print one of your articles. One of my articles? Yeah, the one you wrote during the winter about Kirsten Springs? Ah, that one. Well, I don't want that to be printed right now. Oh, why not? Is there anything wrong? I can't say at the moment, Peter. At least, not tonight. Well, you manage to sound mysterious. Is there anything wrong? Something you're keeping from me? I hope you remember that I am the chairman of the board for the Springs. Look, Peter, I want you to remember that. Listen, let's not get into an argument now. Listen to me. I'd like to underline that everything concerning the miraculous Kirsten Springs must be treated in a business-like manner, through the proper channels, and must be dealt with by the legally constituted authorities. I can't allow anything to be done behind my back. Goodbye, Catherine.
Peter, what did you do to him now?
What does he want from me? He cannot expect me to give him an accounting of every move I make, every thought I think, unless I'm ready to do it.
But what kind of accounting?
Never mind. I'm surprised the postman didn't come today.
Again the postman? What do you...
After a meal like this, I feel like a new man outside.
Really? I think the mayor was certainly not in a glowing mood tonight.
I guess it was his stomach. He has a lousy digestion.
All right.
But yes, on a serious note, Peter is a lonely man. All he knows is official business and duties. Catherine, shall we have some toddy, please?
Sure, all sit down, please.
Come on, gentlemen. Toddy is there. My wife prepares it very well.
How do you do?
Doctor,
Yeah,
the roast beef was very
excellent.
tasty.
You taste the toddy of my wife.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't like. I only like wine.
Yes.
Oh, it was very
Roast
good.
beef I couldn't eat. Peter did not allow me to eat.
By the way, the article which you wrote last week
Okay. This is
has some problem of.
Thank you,
Oh,
Mrs.
Toddy is
Stockman.
here. Toddy is here. Thank you, dear. You have to taste this toddy, yeah? Very good. He says he doesn't like it. He does not have a good taste.
I like wine.
What is this? Come
I
on.
like wine.
Go ahead.
This used to be such an ugly house. Suddenly, it's beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Captain. Thank you. Here you go.
This already.
It's
Good
very good.
evening, everybody.
Petra, my girl. How are you? It must be very cold outside, I guess.
Great young woman, Dr. Stockman's daughter.
She's a smart lady.
Here you are lying around like lizards while I'm out slaving.
Well, you can come and be a lizard too.
Yes, yes, you can always join us.
Shall I mix some toddy for you?
No thanks. You always mix it too strong.
She's a young woman.
You go enjoy this.
Yeah, taste it. How did you like it?
Wait,
I told
mother.
already. I like only wine.
What is it?
That's why I
I
have to drink.
forgot.
I'm enjoying it.
Father, I forgot. I have a letter for you.
Letter? Who is it from?
I met the postman on the way to school. He gave it to me. I did not. What is that, Mother?
I don't know. These past few days he's been asking again and again about the postman.
Probably an out-of-town patient of his.
Poor father. He always works too much.
By the way, what happened to that English novel you were going to translate for us?
I started it, but I've gotten so busy teaching evening school again.
Plus the high school every day.
Yes,
Smart.
5 hours, and every night a pile of lessons to correct.
She always works so hard.
But I love it, Mother. I get so wonderfully tired.
That's good.
Work going on there. Stop.
Oh, how was the school today?
It was tiring.
I
Tom!
heard that you have exams.
Tom! What happened?
Boys, there's going to be news in this town.
News?
What kind of news?
A terrific discovery, Catherine.
Something that you discovered?
Yes! Now you will see how human beings can walk around making judgments like blind rats.
What is it, Father?
What in the world's happened, doctor?
It's a general opinion, isn't it, that our town is a sound and healthy spot?
Of course.
Yes, but what happened?
A spot that can be recommended to sick people as well.
I know, but what are you trying to say?
And we certainly have recommended it. I myself have written in the People's Daily Messenger.
Yes, yes. But what are you saying?
The miraculous springs, Kirsten Springs, which cost us such a fortune to build it. The whole health institute is a pest hole.
Our spring?
Yes, our springs are badly contaminated.
What? Contaminated?
Yes,
But how?
you all know the filth up in Windmill Valley? That place which has such a stinking smell? Come along, I'll show it to you. You see there? Over there? You see the tannery there?
Yes, yes.
That filth flows from the tannery up there and comes right into our blessed miraculous springs, which we are supposed to cure people with.
But how are you so sure about it, doctor?
I had a suspicion about it long time ago. Last year, do you remember? There were so many sick cases among the visitors, typhoid, gastric disturbances. So I sent the samples of the water to be tested and got an exact chemical analysis.
And that's what you have just received.
Yes, this is it. This proves the existence of infectious organic matter in the water.
Tom, I think this is a wonderful discovery. But what will it all mean now?
Catherine, this means that the whole water system has got to be rebuilt.
Rebuilt?
Yes. You see, the intake is too low. It's got to be raised to a much higher spot. The entire water system has got to be rebuilt.
The whole water system?
Yes.
I remember you had warned the authorities about this.
Of course I warned them. I told them not to build that damn thing over there. But who am I? A mere scientist to tell a politician where to build a health institute? Look, we cannot waste time now. I need to send this report immediately to the mayor. I just need an envelope. What must be inside?
Every time.
Item about this discovery in the messenger.
Yes, go ahead. The people ought to know this.
Ustad, see, is this the statement that you made?
Yes.
What's the matter, dear?
I don't know if we should.
What's Uncle Peter going to say about this?
That's what I'm wondering too.
Well, what has he got to say? He ought to be damn glad that such an important discovery is made before we could start an epidemic. Hurry, Petra, take this to the mayor, please. I'm so happy with this discovery. Catherine, I think it's a time to celebrate. Why don't we dance?
We have so much work to do.
Come, Catherine, let's dance. You dance with me, Catherine. Dance, Catherine. Come on. Yes. Just like that. Yes.
You scared me. How come you thought of that today?
Oh, never mind. Tell me, is it really true?
Please come and sit first, Father.
It better be true or I'm going.
Father, where are you going? Please sit. Sit.
What had better be true?
This crazy story of yours about the water system and the springs.
Of course it's true. How did you know about it?
Oh, never mind. You know I have my sources.
Tom, I'm curious to know what Peter said about the report.
I'm returning here with the report you submitted.
Well, go on.
Well, he just says he'll be here this afternoon.
Oh, I'm dying to see how he's going to take it.
Why? Is there any doubt? Catherine, Peter, he'll only make it look like he made the discovery, not I.
But aren't you a little bit afraid of that?
Well, I don't mind that, Catherine. It's just Peter cannot take somebody else doing something good for this town.
Can't you and he share the honor like good brothers? Couldn't we say that he put you on the right track or something?
I don't mind that, Catherine, unless it makes everyone happy.
Tom, I never thought you had the imagination to pull your brother's leg like this.
Pull his leg?
Of course. Then what did I hear? That there's some kind of cockroaches in the water pipe?
No, Martin. Not cockroaches.
Okay, some kind of little earthworms then.
Bacteria, Father.
Ah, but a whole mess of them, huh?
There'd be millions and millions of bacteria.
And nobody but you can see them? Is that it?
Well, anybody with a microscope can... What are you laughing at?
Father, you can't see them. That doesn't mean they're not there.
But tell me, you are actually going to get your brother to believe this?
Yes.
You think he's that crazy?
Martin, the whole town will be that crazy.
Yeah. They probably are, and it will serve them right through. They think they are smarter than us old-timers. Your good brother ordered them to throw me out of the council. They chased me like a dog. Through this cockroach business, I want you to make jackasses out of all of them, Stockman.
You see, Martin, it's not so easy.
Good morning, Mr. Keel. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, Hofstad. What are you doing?
What's that?
Good morning, Mr. Stockman.
Good morning.
Well, Hofstad, please tell me clearly what you're trying to say.
Doctor,
Go ahead.
Doctor, for you, as a medical man, a scientist, this is a really rare opportunity. But I've been wondering if you realize that it ties in with a lot of other things.
What are you trying to say, Hofstad? Please, come, sit down.
You said last night that the impurities come from the ground.
Yeah, from the windmill valley up there. That,
Doctor, I think that it comes from an entirely different dump.
What?
The same dump that is poisoning and polluting our whole social life in this town.
For God's sake, Hofstad, what are you babbling about?
Everything that matters in this town has fallen into the hands of a few bureaucrats.
What?
They're all rich, all with old reputable names, and they've got everything in the palm of their hands.
But they happen to have the ability and knowledge as well.
Did they show ability and knowledge when they built the water system where they did?
You see, that happened to be a blunder. But we'll fix that now.
Doctor, I've made up my mind to give this whole scandal very special treatment.
Now wait a minute. You can't call it a scandal yet.
Doctor, when I took over the people's messenger, I swore I'd blow those stubborn, self-satisfied old fogies to bits. And this is the story that can do it.
I understand that, Hofstad, but what...
Doctor, what the ordinary, simple citizens needs is to have a say in the government of society. That's what brings out intelligence, self-respect, and ability in the people.
I realize that, Hofstad, but you see...
Our newspaper will put them in their places. I know perfectly well that in fancy circles, they call it agitation. They can call it anything they want, but I have my own conscience.
Listen, Hofstad, it's nothing. It's only about the Kirstens. Damn it, come in.
Who is that?
I don't know.
I beg your pardon, doctor, if I intrude.
Well, Mr. Slackson, how can I help you?
Is it true, doctor, what I hear from Mr. Billing, that you intend to campaign for a better water system?
Yes, for the Health Institute, but it's not a campaign.
Well, I just wanted to tell you that we are behind you 100%.
Okay, thank you.
Doctor, we are behind you.
Mr. Slackson, you see, thanks. But I don't understand what this is all about. It's only about the Kirsten Springs.
Doctor, you know that I am a property developer.
Yes.
I am known to be a law-abiding and solid citizen. See, I have certain influence in this town. You might even call it a little power.
Yes, I'm aware.
See, that's why you can see it would be practically nothing for me to arrange a demonstration.
A demonstration? What are you going to demonstrate about?
The citizens of the town complimenting you for bringing this important matter to everybody's attention. You will now have a solid majority, doctor.
Yeah, this could knock those big bellies right into the garbage can.
No indiscretion or extreme aggressiveness toward the authorities.
Why not?
You see, we need moderation.
Moderation.
See, we just want to express our calm, frank and free opinion, and no one can deny us this.
My dear Slackson, I cannot express how it heartens me to hear this kind of support. I'm very happy. I truly am happy. Listen, wouldn't you like some sherry?
No, thanks. You see, I belong to the temperance society. I am a man of moderation. But you will now have the solid majority on your side. And doctor, we are with you.
Thank you, Mr. Slackson. Good day. Thank you.
Good day.
I too need to go, doctor. I will go and print out your report.
Oh, no, wait. Not until I talk to my brother. So, please hold on. But anyways, you can have the report. Give it to me afterwards.
Sure. Good day, doctor.
Good day. Petra, my girl. How are you? Good. I know you're always...
You're home.
Hello, mother.
Hasn't Peter come in yet?
Well, no, not yet. But I had a long chat with Hofstad.
Okay.
And do you know what I have backing me up?
What?
Come here. See as far as your eyes can see. The solid majority.
The solid majority? Is that a good thing?
Good. Catherine, it's wonderful. You cannot imagine the feeling that your own town feels like a brother to you.
Must be next to
Yeah.
That must be the front door.
Oh, it's Peter then. Come in. Ah, Peter. How nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you, Peter.
Good day, Peter.
Good morning.
Good day, Peter. How are you today?
Well, so. I received your thesis about the conditions of the springs yesterday. I received your report too. Did you read it? I read it. What do you have to say?
Come on, Petra. Let's go. Come. Get up.
Well, Thomas, was it really necessary to go into this investigation behind my back? Well, yes, until I was convinced, Peter. And now you are convinced? Well, certainly, Peter. Aren't you too? The university chemist... You intend to present this document officially as the medical officer of the Springs? And you use such strong expressions. In your report, you say that we guarantee our guests and visitors a permanent case of poisoning. Is there any other way, Peter? Kirsten Springs are full of contamination and poison. So you merely conclude that we build a waste disposal plant and rebuild a brand new water system from the bottom up? Well, do you know any other way, Peter? Because I don't. Do you know how much money this is going to cost? At least 300,000 crowns. And it will take some 2 years to build. And as soon as the rumor gets around town that the water is dangerous, there won't be a single tourist left. So that's the picture, Thomas. You have it in your power, literally, to ruin your own town. Look, Peter, look. I don't want to ruin anything. Listen to me. If we act with discretion, the directors of the institute will be able to make possible improvements reasonably and without financial sacrifices. Peter, how could you imagine that I would ever agree to such a trickery? Trickery? Yes, a trick, a fraud, a lie, a downright crime against the public and against the whole community. My reports are an absolute fact. Your administration people are the ones who insisted the water supply be built where it is, and now you're afraid to admit the blunder, damn it! Don't you think I can see through it all? The liberal press will stand up and do its duty. The press? Who? Those people from the Daily Messenger? Yes, the liberal free press. You are an unbelievably irresponsible man, Thomas. Listen, I am going to give you an order. What kind of an order? You are going to deny these rumors officially. How? Well, you simply say that you went into a re-examination of the water more thoroughly and you find that you overestimated the danger. Peter, I am a doctor and a scientist. My convictions come from the condition of the water. My convictions will only change when the water changes, and for no other reason. Thomas! If you don't obey, we will have to write a statement of our own to calm the public. Okay, then I will have to write against you. What will you do then? Then I'll have to simply remove you from the board of directors. If you want to wage war on Carlton Springs, you have no right to be on the board of directors. This is so unfair, totally unjust, so unfair. Catherine dear, you're probably the only sane person in this house. Knock some sense into his head, will you? Make him realize what he's driving his whole family into.
But what can I say?
Tell him that he's behaving like a traitor, Peter! How dare you leave me a traitor, Peter? You are a traitor. I'm a righteous man, Peter. I'm not as you think.
Be careful, Father.
You have been warned. Consider what you owe yourself and your family. Good day.
Oh, how I would love to give him a piece of my mind.
It's my own fault. I should have shown him my teeth from the very beginning. He called me a traitor to society. Me?
Please think. He's got all the power on his side.
I have the truth on mine.
And without power, what good is the truth?
Mother, how can you say such a thing?
I have the liberal press with me and the solid majority. And as a responsible citizen, I will do my duty.
And what about your duty towards your family? The people you are supposed to provide for.
Don't always think of us first, Mother.
You can talk. If worse comes to worse, you can fend for yourself. But what about the boys, Tom? And you and me?
Catherine, the springs are poison. And I cannot stand injustice thrive for the sake of selfish gain.
Tom, there's always going to be injustice in the world. You've simply got to learn to live with it. If you go on this way, you'll be fired. And then God help us, because we'll be miserable again. We'll have no money again.
Catherine, the springs are poison. And I will do my duty and stand up for what is right.
I'm all alone at last, sailing by against the rising tide. My voice unheard, my out here somehow. They labeled me and called an enemy of the people, but truth remains still unresolved. I'm not a spectator, I'm part of the game. I'm ready to face whatever it takes. So I'll sing, still I'll sing for a cage, but still can sing. So I'll sing, still I'll sing for a cage, but still can sing.
Did you finish reading the report, Mr. Billing?
1 minute, 1 minute. This is devastating. Doctor is a brilliant man. I can hear the rumble of revolution in this.
Yes, yes. Those 5 sheets of paper are going to put in a liberal administration once and for all. The small businessmen and the whole town will be screaming for the mayor's head.
That's true.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hi, doctor.
I was just passing by from my way from the market. So, is the article in the press already?
What did the mayor say?
Well, the mayor has declared war. So war is what it's going to be. And this is only the beginning. You know what he tried to do?
Mr. Slugson, the doctor is here.
He tried to blackmail me. He's got the nerve to tell... He's got the nerve to tell me that I'm not allowed to speak my mind without his permission. Imagine the shamelessness in it.
Now, take it easy, doctor. You must not always be throwing accusations. See, I am with you. You understand? But we need moderation.
Doctor, the article is a masterpiece and we will have it ready for tomorrow's paper.
Ah, thanks. Mr. Slackson, you run a fine paper, but supervise the printing personally, I'd hate to see the weather report stuck into the middle of my article. And this is only the beginning. We'll go on and blow up every lie we live by. What do you say, Mr. Slackson?
Sure, sure. But just remember, moderate.
Yes, yes. Good day, gentlemen. Good day.
Look. Look, I am scared because I have to live here. It would be different if he were attacking the national government. That's different. They wouldn't care a damn. They would carry on. But we are attacking our local town administration. They could make life hell for us.
Hello.
Well, Petra, lovely to see you.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Yes? Chocolate?
No. You asked me to translate this novel,
Yes, yes.
but this book has no moral basis. It goes against everything you people stand for.
Oh, it isn't that bad.
Mr. Hofstad, this book says that if you're good, there's a supernatural force that will take care of it for you. So you end up happy. And if you're bad, you'll be punished. Since when does the world work that way?
Well, this is a newspaper, and people like to read that kind of thing. They buy the paper for that, and then we slip in our political stuff.
Don't tell me you do such things.
Now wait. Here, take this to the printer, will you?
Sure.
Listen. I agree. I never even read that book. It was Billing's idea. I just want you to understand
Please
that
tell me, why are you supporting my father?
Well, that's a matter of principle.
A paper that will print a book like this has no principle.
Please, you mustn't
Mr.
think I'm...
Wilson, where are you going? The mayor is out there.
The mayor?
He came in the back door.
What does he want?
He wants to speak to you.
Come in, Your Honor. What can I do for you? Sit down.
Oh, God bless you, Mr. Slackson.
Please.
Thank you. I had a very annoying thing happen to me. Slackson, I had a very annoying thing happen to me today. It seems that my brother has written some sort of memorandum about the springs.
Is that so?
Did he mention it to you?
Yes. He said something about it.
Will you excuse me, gentlemen?
That's it, isn't it? Yeah, the one you're holding in your hand, Mr. Slackson. Hand it over. That's the article. Mr. Hofstad, you're going to print this?
Your Honor, I can't refuse a signed article. A signed article is the author's responsibility.
Mr. Slackson, you're going to allow this?
I am the publisher, Your Honor. I'm not the editor. My policy is freedom for the editor.
You have a point. I can see that.
So, if you don't mind...
Oh, not at all. This reconstruction of the springs?
I realize, Your Honor, it does mean tremendous sacrifices for the stockholders.
Yeah, especially when it's the less wealthy who are going to do the sacrificing. What you don't seem to understand, Mr. Slackson, is that as long as I am mayor, any changes to those springs are going to be paid for by a municipal loan.
A municipal loan? You mean you are going to tax the people for this?
That's right. The ordinary people will be taxed to pay for this.
But the springs are a private corporation, Your Honor.
The private corporation built the miraculous springs out of its own money. If the people want them changed, the people must naturally pay the bill. The corporation is in no position to put out any more money. It simply cannot do that.
That's impossible. People will never stand for a new tax. Is this a fact or your opinion?
Well, it happens to be a fact. Plus, another fact. It will take some 2 years to rebuild. 2 years for your small little businessman, Mr. Slackson, and a heavy new tax. And all because of this dream, this hallucination that we live in a contaminated pest hole.
But that's based on science.
This is based on vindictiveness, on his hatred for authority and nothing else. It has nothing to do with science or anything else but pure destruction.
My God! Maybe you sure you want to support this thing, Mr. Austin?
Frankly, I never thought of it in quite that way. I mean, when you look at it psychologically, it's completely possible that the man is up to, I don't know what to say, Your Honor. I don't want to hurt the town in this way. I never imagined that we would have to pay new tax.
Well, you should have imagined it, because you're going to have to promote it. Unless, of course, liberal and radical newspaper readers enjoy high taxes. But with a little care, nobody need to be harmed at all by the water. Of course, our corporation is willing to put out money with a few minor structural changes.
Dr. Stockman is here.
He's here? I'd rather not run into him here. Get him out of here.
Do something. Do something.
So, gentlemen, any proofs yet?
We're pretty busy, Doctor.
Okay, good to be busy. You know, we are going to make this town shine like a jewel. I just forgot one thing.
Couldn't we talk some other time? I told you that we are busy.
Thomas, I want you home now. I need you to come and talk to Petra.
What's the matter, dear? What are you doing here?
Something wrong, Mrs. Stockman?
Yes, Dr. Stockman is the father of 3 children, Mr. Hofstad.
Well, everybody knows that, dear, but what's the matter?
Nobody would believe it from the way you're dragging us into this disaster.
What disaster?
And he treated you like a friend, and now you make a fool of him? This man is not your friend. I want you home.
Catherine, how could you accuse him?
He loses job at the Springs. You realize that? You print that article and they'll grind him up like a piece of flesh.
Catherine, you're embarrassing me. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Catherine, these are my friends. All those who share my risk are my friends. You simply don't What's this? What is he doing here? Pick that up. Where the hell is he? Where are you hiding him? Where is he?
All right, doctor.
Where the hell are you hiding him?
Let's be calm and...
What did he do to your Hofstad? Talk you out of this? Where the hell is he? Out of my way.
Be careful, doctor.
Well, Peter, poisoning the water was not enough. You're working on the press now, eh? My hat and my stick, please.
Thomas?
Now what's this nonsense? Take that off. That's official insignia. Peter, I want you to realize that in a democracy, anyone may wear this hat, and a free citizen is not afraid to touch it. And as for the baton of command, Your Honor, it can pass from hand to hand. So don't gloat yet. The people haven't spoken, but I have the truth, my friends.
Doctor, we are not scientists. We can't judge whether your article is really true.
Then print it under my name. I'll defend it.
I'm not printing it. I'm not going to sacrifice the paper.
What are you?
His Honor just told us, you see, doctor, that there will have to be a new tax.
Ah, I see. I see. That's why you are not scientists any longer and can't decide whether I'm speaking the truth. I understand. I now understand. At least print it under my name as a pamphlet. I'll pay for it.
Doctor, I'm not going to ruin this paper and this town, doctor. For the sake of your family, I'm...
Oh, you can leave his family out of this, Mr. Aslaksen. God help me. I think you people are horrible.
Listen, if you are not going to print my article, I will take a drum and go from street to street proclaiming that the water is poison and poison is polluting the body political system. Let's get out of here, Catherine.
Come in, please.
Captain Master.
Come in. Why don't those people come inside? Hey! I don't want any ruffians here. You hear me? You hear me?
Boys.
Come in, ladies. I've got chairs just for you.
I saw a lot of people on the sidewalk. Why don't they come inside?
I suppose they are waiting for the mayor.
Good evening, ladies. I just wanted to say, I don't think this is going to be a place for ladies tonight.
I don't remember asking your advice, Mr. Billing.
I'm not as bad as you think, Catherine.
Really? Then why did you print the mayor's statement and not a word about my husband's report? Now, nobody out there has had a chance to find out what he really stands for, and they are already against him.
Do that once more and I will throw you you out of here.
Cool down, boys. Catherine, Petra, why so coldly? Your husband wanted a meeting and he's got it. Isn't he here?
The doctor is going around town to be sure that there is good attendance.
Who is that candidate? You? Hello? Hi. Are you? Who is standing for the election?
Mister, you are drunk. Get out of here.
No. Where am I? There is no law that says a person who is drunk cannot vote. I want to vote. I have a right.
Take him out.
No.
Throw him out.
No.
Throw him out.
I want to vote.
Take him out.
No, man. No. I want to vote.
God bless you, Mr. Slackson. When will you stop?
The mayor, he's right there.
Yeah, let him in.
Right this way, gentlemen. Please. Petra, Catherine. Sorry, gentlemen. No chairs, but we couldn't get a hall, you see. So please adjust. Oh, please, gentlemen. I guess this should be fine. Yes. So it won't take long. So please, Peter. Glad you're here.
Look. If you're not voting, what the hell is going on here?
Mister, I told you get out of here.
No.
I order you to get out of here and stay out.
Please.
Hey you, I don't like the tone of your voice. And if you don't watch your step, I'm gonna tell the mayor right now. And he'll gonna throw you to the dogs.
Take him out.
No.
Throw him out.
I want to be here.
Take him out.
Oh my God. No.
All right.
No.
Please, quiet, please. Quiet down. Please, look. Quiet, please. Listen. The issue is very simple.
Wait. We haven't elected a chairman, doctor.
All right. I'm sorry, Mr. Slackson. This is not a meeting. I advertised the lecture and I am going to...
came to a meeting, doctor. There's got to be some kind of control here.
What do you mean control? What is there to control?
Sure, let him speak. This is not a meeting.
Your Honor, why don't you take charge of this?
Just a minute now.
There is a big difference here. Somebody responsible has got to take charge now.
How can you say that? You don't even know what I'm going to say.
I know what you are going to say and I don't like it. And if a person doesn't like it, let him go where it suits him better. We don't want any troublemakers here.
Gentlemen, please, come. No, please, calm down. Please, listen, look. Calm down. Look, please, look. I have a very important message for all of you. And I couldn't get it in the press, you see. And nobody would rent me a hall. I just hope I'll be given time.
Now wait a minute, doctor. I think the democratic thing to do here is to elect a chairman.
Yes, we have to elect a chairman.
And I nominate the mayor.
No. That wouldn't be fair. We want a neutral person. I suggest Mr. Slackson.
Mr. Slackson.
Look,
I
gentlemen.
came to a lecture. I didn't find it. Hey, what are you afraid of? A fair fight? I second. Mr. Slackson. Mr. Slackson. Mr. Slackson.
All right. I'm stepping down. Fine. Stepping down.
Silence. I just have one word before we start.
Slackson.
Silence.
Anyway, our man.
Whatever is said tonight, please remember the highest civic virtue is moderation.
Moderation.
Yes. Now, if anybody wants to speak.
I heard that.
What are you doing here again?
Oh, please.
From where did he come?
Mister, I told you go out.
No. Since when were you allowed to canvass at the polls? I gonna report this to the mayor. God damn it!
Take him out.
No,
Take him out. Throw him out.
Calm down, please.
Never come back. Don't come back.
Quiet! Please, quiet! Does anybody wants to speak?
Mr. Chairman.
His Honor, the Mayor will address the meeting.
Our mayor will address the meeting.
Gentlemen, there's no reason to take very long to settle this tonight and return to our ordinary, calm and peaceful life. Here's the issue. Dr. Stockman, my brother, has decided to destroy Kirsten Springs, our health institute. He's lying. What are you telling me that?
Continue, please.
Now wait a minute. I want no violence here. I want you all to understand his motives. He is a man who is never happy unless he's badgering authority, ridiculing authority, and destroying authority. He wants to prove that the administration made a blunder in the construction.
How can you say that? How can you say that?
Now wait a minute. You all know how this town was before our health institute. It was a dead, third-rate hamlet. But today, it's on the verge of becoming internationally known as a resort town.
Yes! It's true!
Peter, what are you
The mayor is not finished.
I predict that within the next 5 years, the income of every man in this room will be exponential. Our schools will be bigger and better. Great homes will be built here. First-class stores will open all along Main Street. If we are not attacked or maliciously defamed, we will be one of the richest and most beautiful resort towns in the world. Now, all you've got to do is to ask yourself one question. Does any one of us have the right, the democratic right as they like to call it, to pick at minor flaws in the springs to exaggerate the most tiniest faults? No! You can't say that! What are you telling me? And to attempt to publish these defamations for the whole world to see? No! It's not bad! You cannot say that! We all live or die on what the outside world thinks of us. Now I believe that there is a line that must be drawn. And if a man happens to cross the line, we the people must grab him by the collar and declare, you cannot say that! 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 What is that you're talking, Peter? Now, Mr. Slackson, I declare that Dr. Stockman be prohibited from reading his report at this meeting. He should be prohibited, should not be allowed to speak, should be prohibited, should not be allowed to speak.
Silence, please, silence. I said silence. I said silence. Just because there is a mass of organisms with a human shape, they do not automatically become a people. That honor has to be earned. Nor does one become a man or a woman by living in a house or feeding one's face or agreeing with one's neighbors. That honor also has to be earned. Now, when I came to my conclusion about the spring,
you have no right to talk about the spring.
Yes, you don't have right to speak. You don't have right to speak.
Let me finish.
You don't have right to speak. You cannot
Let me finish. Let me finish. The majority, I have the solid majority. And let me tell you, friends, it was a grand feeling. Because of it, I spent months without pay or encouragement and dreamed up, listening, dreamed up the whole project of the springs. And why? Why? So that we might meet people from all over the world, so that we might learn from them, become more broader and more civilized. In other words, to be more like men and women, to be more like a people.
Hey! You don't like anything about this town, do you?
Admit it! You are a revolutionist!
Admit it!
I don't admit it. I proclaim it. I am a revolutionist. I am in revolution against the age-old law that the bloody majority is always right. I tell you now, the majority is never right. The majority is only right if it does right.
How can you say that? It's not a practice speak. How can you say that? What proof
Let me prove it.
What proof do you have?
Let me prove it to all of you. The springs are poison.
Hey! One more word about poison, and I am going to take you outside. Take him outside. Throw him outside. Should not run out of space. Throw him outside.
Silence! I declare that Dr. Stockman, medical officer of Kirsten Springs, is an enemy of the people.
down.
What's happening?
Stay down. Stay down.
Thomas, I don't think you should go there.
No.
No, Thomas, be careful.
Stay here.
It's too dangerous.
Stay here.
Thomas.
Stay.
Thomas, no.
Look, a little boy. Look at him run. How fast the poison spreads, even to the children.
It's hard to believe this is the same town.
I'm going to keep these as relics. I want the boys to have them at their houses and look at them every day. Who's there? Stay here.
No, I don't think you should.
Stay here.
It's
Who's
not
there?
safe, Thomas, no.
Stay here.
Thomas,
Said
Thomas,
who's
please,
there?
Thomas.
Stay here. Said who's there?
What is
Well,
it?
we are evicted from this house.
But the landlord is such a nice man.
With public opinion this way, what can he do?
And what are we going to do then? We can't just leave everything and go to America or something. Say something. Why don't you say something?
Mom? Dad?
What happened?
Petra, why aren't you in school?
What's the matter? What happened?
I'm fired. I lost my job.
They wouldn't.
It's okay. It's actually 2 weeks from now, Mom. But I couldn't bear to stay there. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get through this.
Good morning. Good morning.
Captain.
I thought I would come by and see how you all were.
That's so nice of you, Captain. I wanted to thank you for seeing us through the crowd also last night.
Oh, nothing to it. In a storm, there is just one thing to remember, and it will pass.
Yeah. Unless it kills you.
If you're busy, then I can come another time.
Well, come in, Peter. What can I do for you this fine, brisk morning?
Well, you see, Thomas.
Keep your hat on. It's a little drafty in here today.
I wanted to tell you.
Not there. A piece of solid majority is liable to open your skull.
Look, I never wanted any of this, but you have asked for it. The directors of the institute met this morning and they have decided that you're fired.
You look nervous, Peter.
For once in your life, will you act like a responsible man? I'm giving you one last chance. Give me a signed statement saying that in your zeal to help the town, you went overboard and exaggerated. If you give me that, I'll give you your job back.
Never. You want me to be in charge of the public while they're being poisoned? Never. You cannot buy me, Peter.
Oh, yes, I can.
What do you mean?
You know damn well what I mean by that. Morton Keel is what I mean by that.
Morton Keel?
Don't you know that your father-in-law has been running around all morning buying up stocks at Kirsten Springs?
Buying up stocks?
Yes, buying up stocks at the miraculous Kirsten Springs. Every share he can get his hands on.
But what's that got to do with me?
Well, a man wages a relentless campaign to destroy confidence in a corporation. He even goes so far as to call a mass meeting against it. The very next day, when the people are still in a state of shock of it all, his father-in-law runs around all morning picking up shares at half their value.
But that's got nothing to do with me.
And you have the nerve to speak to me about principles? I believe what I see, Thomas. And what I see is nothing but a dirty man doing a filthy job for his father-in-law, Morton Keel. By tonight, every man in this town will say the same thing.
That's not true. Morton, what are you been up to? What are you doing? Do you even imagine how this makes me look like? What are you doing, Morton? Are these the shares? Are these the shares of the Kirsten Springs bloody...
That's them? Kirsten Springs shares? Very easy to get this morning.
Don't play with me, Morton. Tell me, what are you up to?
What are you so nervous about, Thomas? Can't a man invest in stocks without asking others?
I want an explanation, Morton.
Okay. The way they say it, the pollution is coming down the river through Windmill Valley.
I know that.
Yes. And that's exactly where my tannery is. I'm not blaming you. It's my fault. I did not take you seriously. But it is very serious now. I got that tannery from my father. My father got it from his father, and his father got it from my great-grandfather. I do not want to spoil the name of my family for the 3 generations of murdering angels who poisoned this town.
Martin, I don't think you can do anything about that now.
But you can.
What? What?
I have brought these shares because, you know, how can I say?
Martin, you have thrown your money away. The springs are doomed.
I never throw my money away, Thomas. I bought these with your money.
What? My money? What are you talking about?
Well, you have probably suspected that I might leave something for Catherine and the boys.
Well, I'd hoped you would.
I decided this morning to invest that same money of yours in some stock.
Martin, you bought that filled with Catherine's money, damn it! What have you done?
Now listen to me.
Father!
You have kept on insisting that the water is polluted. You have stripped the skin of your family's back. Only a madman would do a thing like that. There could have been some mistake in your scientific testings. But you are adamant. You believe that the only way to fix this contamination is to blow up the whole institute. There is hatred in that boy. Don't forget it. These can belong to you now. So be sure, tear the hatred of your heart, stand stand naked in front of yourself.
Martin, I swear, when I look at you, I see the face of devil. Devil. What? You can't do this. Can't do this anymore.
I'm with you, Thomas. We can't give up.
No.
Not now, Thomas.
Doctor, we know what Morton Keel and you have been up to with the buying of the stocks of Kirsten Springs.
What nonsense?
Doctor, you should have told us what was behind all of this. You could have had a paper, the messenger, backing you all the way.
What nonsense?
Earlier we couldn't go on supporting you because in simple language we didn't have the money to withstand the loss in circulation. If you were boycotted, the paper would have been boycotted too.
And we know, Doctor, you have, sorry, Mr. Keel has the money now.
What are you?
So, we can put on such a campaign that in 2 months you will be hailed as a hero in this town.
We will prove to the public that you had to buy up the stocks of Kirsten Springs because the management would not make the changes required for public health. In other words, you did it for absolutely scientific, public-spirited reasons. Now what do you say, Doctor?
I say never! Never!
Thomas!
You
Be careful, Thomas!
looking for someone to blackmail. But I hate to say it again and again. The springs are poison.
You're a madman, Doctor. A man who dragged his family through a lifetime of disgrace is a demon in
What happened? Slowly.
Get up.
What happened? What happened?
Get up.
Slowly. What happened?
The boys in the school hit me.
What happened?
It's okay. They called you a traitor, so I hit them.
It's all
My
right.
father is not a traitor.
It's all right. It's fine. Oh, no.
Let me go.
Why?
Let us know what you decide, Doctor, and we'll see.
I have decided.
Leave.
I am an enemy of the people. I am an enemy of the people.
Thomas, what are you saying?
My family, all of them, you can count all of them as enemies.
Doctor, you're a fanatic. You're out of your mind, Doctor.
You're crazy. You could have had all you wanted.
Except the truth. So get the hell out of here. Say, out.
You're out of your mind, Doctor. You're crazy.
Out of here.
Stay down.
Stay down. Stay down,
Petra.
I'm scared.
Stay down.
Go ahead. What is happening here? It's okay.
Children.
We are strong.
Catherine. Slowly. Get up. Slowly. Calm down. Look. I have had all the ambassadors of hell today, but there'll be no more. We are besieged. They'll call for blood now. They'll whip people like oxen, but remember, you and you are fighting for the truth, and that's why you're lonely, and that is what makes you strong. We are the strongest people in the world, and the strong must learn to be lonely.
Many hands, many hours, a lot of sacrifice on their part. Take a bow, no? I know you're in a hurry to go home. It's not going to be a long vote of thanks. Just a few names I have to take to thank people who have been instrumental in this production, because as you can imagine, there are so many people who have been involved. First and foremost, I want to thank God for giving us the good health and the energy and the enthusiasm and the helping hands to make this possible. I'm thankful to the Jesuit communities, Vinayalaya, Holy Family Parish and the school, Father Trevor, our superior, Father Anil, our provincial, Father Andrew, the principal here, Father Gerard, for making available these premises for practices and for having a very supportive staff, David, the administrator, and to all your staff. I'd like to thank the pre-novices. We've got Jesuit pre-novices who've helped us with this production. They look like professionals over there. Greg has been on the side almost. Andrew, Danquil, Jeffy, and Lawrence. I'd like to thank Yogita if you're here for the makeup, for the lovely makeup. Yogita and your team. Greg Sound. Let's put our hands together for Greg Sound. Year after year, you're doing a great job. And for the LED screen this time. XIC, St. Xavier's College, for the cameras and the videography and the shooting, and for Joel, Sumit, Rushi, all of you who have helped out here. Thank you very much, year after year, for being with us. You see, there are two lady juniors, as Trevor said, and someone asked me in the break, they're really ladies, someone sitting right at the back. They really are. They are our parishioners, our friends, Michelle, Noletta. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks to their families. We've had so many late practices, them going home after 11 p.m. so often. So thank you to your families and to you, of course. Thank you to all who have helped us with props and with costumes, with things on the sets. And I'd like to call upon now people from the core team, Father Vincent Saldana, who's on our Juniorate team. Can you come up, Vinci? Let's put our hands together for Father Vincent. Father Vincent is on our Juniorate team. He's a member of the Gujarat province. So thanks, Vinci. And let's put our hands together for the director of the play, Conan Pereira. For many years, Conan has been Thanks to all of you for being here. I know many of you are here year after year because you are connected to us, and most of you support our juniors, our brothers in so many ways. So thank you very much, and that's all, no?
A very special thanks to Leroy.
Thanks. And so till next time, so good night and God bless.